Hello guys, welcome to another video. So today we will wash the car underneath and inside all the fenders and then all the parts. As you know, the car was stopped for a very long time, but it was drove in very muddy roads. We have lots of dirt underneath, as you can see here. Lots of sand, lots of dirt. We will also wash the engine. I already isolated all the sensible parts. We will put the engine running just in case to avoid some humidity. We must be hurry because we don't have cooling system anymore. The idea is to watch properly this engine bay, all these hidden parts, all the corners or all the holes, and try to keep it clean in order to inspect and to see what we need to paint, what we need to repair. We will also wash the wood. As you can see, we dismounted it, we put it in the floor, and I will wash it properly also before inspecting for painting. Okay, here we have the fender. We dismounted the fender. This was with a little bit of damage. And I want you guys to see how it is inside. It's pretty good, judging that it has 35 years of dirt and grime and rust. But yeah, not too bad for such an old car and neglected car. Of course, we have lots of dirt. We have some oxidation here. But nothing serious. I was expecting a little bit more, to be honest. But yeah. You can see here the coat that they put it in these cars back in the factory. We have a clip here of the Sutherland factory. These images are courtesy of the Yorkshire Film Archive. As you can see, the cars were, kind of dipped into a special coat, protective coat, and that's why most of these cars, especially in countries that do not use salt on the winter roads, they keep without rust for so long. It was because of this spray treatment that they used in the cars, which was very good. Here, as you can see, we have lots of, dirt and things to clean. And as you can see, after a first wash, it's looking much better now. It's not easy, lots of hidden parts. So I'm trying to use my brother's washing machine. My brother borrowed the washing machine. But yeah, with patience and dedication, you can do almost anything. And here on the rear part, driver's side, you can see the suspension. We still have some parts to wash better, but yeah, after the first wash, it's looking so much better now. Now we can inspect properly. As you guys know, I told you before, I prefer to wash everything first and then inspect in a good way to see what we have ahead of us. I know that some guys start to work in dirt parts. I don't work like that. I like everything properly washed, then I can see what we have, what we need to do. But yeah, the first wash was cool. Let's advance to the hood. you can see, we still do the much better engine. Of course, many things need repair, but it's clean now. And now we can see where to start, what to do, what needs repaired, what we can see in a good way. And here we have the bumpers, so Dad will start working on the bumpers and the fenders. Some light damage, I can say, as you can see here when we buy the car. Corners, this is, due to guys driving the cars without proper care, taking corners and taking, maneuvering without the proper care, and then things happen. But yeah, anyway, easy things to repair. Of course, they demand work and skills. That is very good. That has a background in repairing this type of things. Dad was never a professional in doing it, but he knows how to do it. And as you can see here, we have the bumper already, prepared and properly repaired for a first wash, and then needs to be, primed and then painted. And that's what Dad is working at the moment. Then we have the first Bondo also. This is one of the things that I never did. I know how to do it, but I never did it. I never done it. But yeah, that's why, Dad is helping.
Agora, aqui, pá, aqui.
Foi aqui, isso foi mais olhada.
It's really important to have this type of skills. Of course, that if I didn't have my dad helping me, I was, willing to try it. Of course, I tried many things already in this car.
É bom, tu.
But yeah, it's also the opportunity for Dad to, revive the good old days of when he had the shop, because Dad had a transport company back then, repairing trucks and restoring old trucks also. And that's why Dad knows how to perform these tasks. And I know that he enjoyed it a lot, doing this type of, work. It's like I always say, when you do it, it's so much better and so much fun. The feeling that you have of you doing the things and not paying anyone to do the things, it's priceless. It's so much better to put your hands at work. And here you can see the engine. So we have it a couple of minutes running just to, to dry the most of the humidity. Not too much time because we don't have cooling system. We don't have the radiator, and the engine is running only with oil, no water inside. So we must be careful. But yeah, it's looking much better now. And then we have the hood here also drying out after a proper wash because it was very dirty inside. And yeah, that did a very good job here on the bumpers, repairing all the the scratches and all the parts that need to be repaired. It's a patience work. You need to have skills, and you need to know how to properly apply material. And then another task, we don't have the proper tools here, so Dad was improvising with tools, and that's one of the amazing things about that. He knows even without the proper tools, as you can see, we have a construction hammer back there, a carpenter hammer. But yeah, when you have the skills and the willing to do things, you can do some magic. That is what Daddy is doing right here, trying to work with the tools he has. And yeah, in the end, you will see a pretty good result for this type of thing. Of course, this is superficial. This is just a first approach. And this is just to put everything straight, to apply some Bondo to fix the first impact, and then we will let it dry.
Ela dá, tem que empata um bocado.
So yeah, that is sanding down the The first coat of Bondo, trying to see any imperfections, trying to detect things. It's really nice, really nice to see these first Bondo and first repairs in the bumpers and in the fenders, because the car didn't have any heavy damage, but lots of small damages, small scratches, being neglected for so many years. But we saved this Bluebird, and now we will, put it back into its shining glory. And as you can see, we are working among the wood of the fireplace. We don't have a proper bench to paint. Not even, of course, a painting booth. So we work with what we have, which is the better way.
Depois, quando for para pintar, fechamos o portão.
And yeah, here is the final result. As I say, we need some fine tuning in these parts. It's just the first work, first repair, and the first coat of the Bondo and primer, and then we will finish up in a proper way. Here we were applying the Bondo in the back of the car. As you saw in the previous episodes, we had some rust here, a small hole, also nothing serious, just a very very tiny hole that is protecting this with Bondo. For the guys that are seeing this the first time, we applied here a rust treatment with oxyride. That's why you see those parts are black. So we are not applying Bondo without deoxidizing the parts. Everything was properly treated before. And we don't need very good finishing here, because this will be covered with the bumper. Of course, that we do the best we can, but it's a tricky part. And inside, of course, we have the carpets. So we don't need that good looking that we need visible parts. So these parts will be hidden. But anyway, that is a kind of like me, a perfectionist, and likes everything good done in a proper way. Here we have our work from today, all the parts repaired and primed, ready for paint. And that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you like our content, and we'll see you in the next video.